Hi, good morning. May God's grace, peace, and love be with each of us. Today we're going to talk about something very interesting: personal conviction. We have been talking about health, temperance, and worship, and today we will talk a little bit about respect towards others' conviction. The text for this morning is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13, which says, "Watch, stand fast in the faith, be brave, be strong." We must remember that there is a great diversity of minds in this world, and we cannot expect everyone to see exactly as we do in regards to all the questions of diet. Minds do not run in exactly the same channel. For example, there might be a person that does not eat butter, but in their family they do. This should not cause disturbance in the family. Many of our conscientious brethren have butter on their table, and we should have no obligation to force them to do otherwise. This thing should never be allowed to cause disturbance among us. We cannot force others to have the same convictions as we do. It is true that where there is an abundance of fruits and cream, this would be better than butter. But this should not be a cause of disagreement and disturbance among us. Those who love and serve God should be allowed to follow their own convictions. The Holy Spirit will work in their heart, in the heart of each person. If the person loves God and desires with their whole heart to serve Him, the Holy Spirit will show the way, what is right and what is wrong, in the right moment. In each of us, He works this way. Maybe we have no need of certain articles of food and may have even learned to live without them, but others might need more time and the conviction to abandon certain foods because they are harmful for their health. We should see that there are people who are putting forth their best effort and walking in the principles given by God, seeking to adopt the principles of health, but they need time to adapt. We should be careful to be economical in everything, but in the diet, we should not eat poorly. We should have access to nuts, olives, fruits, and vegetables of quality to keep our vital strength. In our family, if our family is not ready to adopt health reform, we should show them with love acceptable substitutes that they can accept and wait for them to be convicted to abandon those items that are not as healthy for them. There is danger that in impressing the principles of health reform, some will be in favor of bringing in changes that would be for the worse instead of for the better. Health reform must not be urged in a radical manner. As the situation is now, we cannot say that milk and eggs and butter should be entirely discarded. We must be careful to make no innovations because under the influence of extreme teachings, there are conscientious souls who will surely go to extreme. Their physical appearance will injure the cause of health reform, for few know how to properly supply the place of that which is discarded. We know that the foods mentioned above are in some way harmful for our health, but we need to know how to substitute them in our diet. And we also need to understand that it is possible, for example, to obtain eggs from chicken that are well fed and kept, in which case it would be okay to eat eggs. We need to be wise in our diet and understand that people are different. We need to be respectful of the conviction of each individual and pray that at the time appointed by God, we may be one and of one mind. But for now, we each have our own time and pace as we advance. We also need to remember that eggs, milk, and butter is not to be classified as meat. and therefore it is okay to be eaten. We do need to pray. Pay attention as to how we are to prepare those articles of food, so they are prepared in the most helpful way possible. May God help us to be respectful of others' conviction and also give us His Holy Spirit and the wisdom to study what is good for our health and what is not, so that our walk in health reform may be always onward and forward, as we are shown how to have better health and better worship our Father in heaven. I'll be with you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.